Hundreds of thousands of dollars burned up in a matter of seconds. It's a good thing there were cameras around to capture these unfortunate events, because otherwise no one would believe these stories. Today, we are going to be taking a look at the top 30 most expensive fails caught on camera. Before we get into it, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the Trend Joint family for more. Looks like this guy has more money than he has common sense. He ended up totaling his $300,000 McLaren 720 after taking the road for his own personal racetrack. Here we can clearly see a luxury car dealership in Dubai completely engulfed in fire. It's gonna take a little more than that hose to put out this fire, buddy. The discounts they're gonna have to give out on these cars are going to be fire.
And somebody's gotta pay.
This bulldozer just free falls into what seems like a bottomless pit. While trying to stop one disaster from happening, this truck driver inadvertently caused another one. Look at how this de-icing truck turns itself over while working on a plane. Well, at least it knocked off some ice in the process. This New York City resident must have had a really bad day at school that caused him to plow through multiple cars in the middle of a busy street. Good thing the police were right on his trail.
Oh, he wilded, he wilded. Oh, he wilded.
Storm Arwen ripped through this shipyard. Just look at the wreckage. Containers toppled all over the place. Weird how wind can cause this much chaos. Wait, a rocket going sideways instead of straight up? That can't be a good thing, is what the people at this Proton M rocket launch must have said when this multi-million-dollar rocket went rogue and headed for the center of the Earth instead of the center of the solar system. This man tries to summon his inner Hulk while trying to catch his new car from falling. Let's just hope he has his medical and car insurance sorted out. This cargo crane nearly crushes a guy by dropping a diesel generator right over his head. Think of the damage a thing of that size falling from this sort of height can cause. Just the look of this collapsed bridge is horrifying. Wonder what caused it to crumble like that. This helicopter pilot was parked peacefully in the middle of the road until a delivery truck rammed straight into it. We've seen plane crashes after taking off, but this F-35 fighter jet falls straight into the sea right after taking off. $160 million down the drain just like that. It's almost hilarious how quickly this plane goes up, then crashes down and burns to a crisp. This just goes to show how much can go wrong in under a minute if you just try hard enough. It's almost poetic how slowly and gracefully this crane falls to its demise. This container is oozing wine while it's brought down by a crane. Makes the warehouse look like a crime scene with all the red wine on the floor. While trying to save the TV from falling, this worker somehow manages to push an entire row of brand new TVs off their racks. These tumbling towers of inventory leave this warehouse employee scrambling for his life when they all decide to collapse at the same time. This truck driver ended up on the wrong side of the tracks while transporting a windmill blade and got ripped apart by a train. Just look at how effortlessly the train passes through the blade. Gladly, the truck driver managed to get away.
Oh my God.
This crane operator drops a multi-million-dollar wind turbine straight into the middle of the ocean. This guy wrecked his BMW after hitting the side of the curb at high speed. This collision caused the car to swerve and hit the railing on the side of the road before coming to a stop. After learning how to open the airplane window, this man did the only logical thing and stuck his phone out to capture a video. Well, physics don't play around, because as soon as the man took his phone out, it was sucked out of the window straight into the heavens above. A zoo-goer tried to capture an aerial video of the ape enclosure, but little did they know that these monkeys were camera shy. One angry ape manages to knock the drone down using a stick. Instead of having a mouthful of cake, all this customer had was a mouthful of words for the bakery employees that dropped their $10,000 cake on the cold hard concrete of the parking lot.
Oh no! Oh no!
This tank had some sort of technical failure which caused wine to spill all over the place. This looks like a scene from a horror movie. Dark red wine just endlessly gushing out from a tank. This tiger shark had had enough and took things into its own hands and snatched a diver's camera and gave them a taste of their own medicine by pointing the camera right in their face. This man thought he had the perfect proposal plan. Go out on a cruise and ask the big question in the middle of the ocean. But life had its own plans, and he dropped his engagement ring in the ocean to never be found again. This woman ended up launching the bowling ball a little too hard, causing it to hit the TV screen hanging from the ceiling rather than the bowling pins. Judging by the way one push from this man caused these glass doors to shatter to pieces, either the doors in Germany are super weak, or this guy has super strength. Our bet is on the latter. The ceiling of this house completely caved in after the water lines running through it froze and expanded. Adding in the weight of the ice into this equation, all this combined proved to be too much for this home, causing the ceiling to collapse. While trying to come off as Michael Jordan, this guy ended up looking like a fool after he smashed into the wall of his friend's house while playing basketball and put a crack the size of his body into the wall. The look on this guy's face after being asked to move says it all. He knows that he's messed up big time. Alright, comment down below which of these fails you found most hilarious. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Trend Joint for more. See you around!